Hello and welcome to the round 4 of the Czech Premodern Championship. And as you can see, there's no Adam and there's no Tomáš.
But there are two beautiful boys.
Of course, we are very beautiful. I love you, man. Well, it's Jirka and Jirka, actually. Nice to see you guys over there. And we are having a spicy matchup for the round 4. Jiří, so what do we have here?
Oh, nice. This is... you can see, Jiří, it's a work of art. It's beautiful deck. All cards, all vibe of the deck. And, I love this deck.
Well, that's the thing. That's why we picked Jiří for this match, because he's an FEB expert. So he's going to cover this for us, because it's a rather complex deck, isn't it?
Yeah, it's a hard deck. I won't say an expert. I think you can't be an expert of FEB. It's such a hard deck that it's so hard to know all lines and all stuff, and you need the whole book of rules to play this deck.
But if you say so. Well, still, if you were to cover the basis of the deck.
The cover of the basis, of course. So we have two combos, two big combos of the deck. One is the Hermit Druid combo. Can we see the Hermit Druid here? Yeah, there is Hermit Druid on Kryštof list, and just slam Hermit Druid, then use Crows and Reclamation to unearth, or you can have the unearth in your hand, and then it's easier. Then you unearth you can stack basically after Hermit activation. You can stack your deck as you like.
The graveyard.
And the main way to win is to stack Karmic Guide on top, and then you just play the unearth on a Shapeshifter. Comes into play as Karmic Guide. Karmic Guide returning himself. Karmic Guide. You will have another trigger from Karmic Guide, and you will return Psychotalk. Then use Cabal Therapy, and your Shapeshifter is Psychotalk. Then you remove some cards and leave the top card of your graveyard as Akroma, and you win by attacking.
Then you run.
And then you have the second line of the combo, and it's basically one card combo.
Just survival.
Yeah,
right?
just survival.
Just put it
just survival, and there is a lot of way how to do it. You can use Palinchron to speed it up, and the basic combo is to discard Devourer, and you have Shapeshifter on the battlefield.
You get regular Triskelion plus Devourer combo. The good thing about this combo, as I've heard, is that you can pretty much do this without giving the opponent a chance to react, right? If you stack enough mana.
Yeah, there is no chance to react if you have Devourer and Triskelion on your hand and Shapeshifter on the battlefield.
Exactly. Nice.
So you can play Shapeshifter, hold priority, discard Devourer, use activation, and then just discard Triskelion.
So the deck facing FEB is Patrick's Stasis. Wow. I have no idea how this matchup can work. Could you comment on that?
Yeah, I think this is very hard matchup for full English breakfast, because chip interaction as days can be problematic, and also I can see some boomerangs. Also propaganda can
that can spoil the card.
It could be very good against Hermit combo. And then we have free counters, foils and thwarts. Very hard matchup for a full English breakfast.
Okay.
Also mana lock by Stasis is devastating.
Let's see. Kryštof is the master here. So obviously we are seeing Patrick taking a mulligan, and it appears that Kryštof has kept his opener. So that's probably one way to win this, right? To let your opponent mulligan to hell.
Yeah. The best way is to discard also Stasis. He will need Duress. I think he has 2 Duresses main deck. I think it's the new version of the full English breakfast. So I think the Duresses and 4 Cabal Therapies, a lot of discards.
Of course, therapy is a must in the deck.
But in the sideboard, we will have the Xantid Swarm maybe, and this will be
crucial. That's gonna get spicy. Yeah, I love Xantid Swarm. So Patrick is considering his 6 cards, and he appears to be keeping. He's shipping one down.
So let's go.
Let's go for it. Round 4 right here.
I'm so excited to see full English breakfast.
Do we have the players switched?
Yeah, players switched.
We have. Sorry guys. So we got the players switched. So it was actually Kryštof mulliganing here, and so we can see the rest out of Lano Warways. So what do we do? Pig here.
I would pick here. I think Impulse. Impulse is like the best call. I think you can play around.
Appears like rather weak hand. right? From the Stasis.
Okay, so maybe he has fast Hermit combo if he chooses to discard Boomerang.
Yeah. It sounds
the
like survival
Hermit Druid right now.
Or maybe Hermit Druid, yeah. Oh, Boomerang, what a spicy card. I mean, I haven't seen that in a while. I mean, people used to play it in Dreadnought versions until it got optimized with Parallax Tide, right?
And
you're the master. You're the master. Who am I to consult this? Okay, so we have a quick Hermit Druid. And Patrick is checking.
I don't know if Kryštof has some Elvish Spirit Guide in his list, so no.
I believe I did see some Elvish Spirit Guides.
Because basically you can activate Hermit right away.
On the upkeep, right?
Upkeep, yeah, and then Croson and kill him. But maybe he has also Unearth and we can see the kill.
So you have Maya Coast for Kryštof. And let's see if he's going to go for it into 2 open mana.
No,
we see combat.
He's attacking here.
Okay.
I think it's the right play. I'm also very scared to use just Hermit.
Let's see what the follow-up. Oh! Psychotalk beatdown. Nice. It actually also makes him sort of playing around Black Vice, right?
Yeah.
So
it's Black Vice Hoser, yeah.
Total Black Vice Hoser. And since Patrick is already down 1 Boomerang, he might have an issue dealing with Psychotalk here.
Actually, I just tested this matchup against Niels.
Oh, nice.
From Epic, and it was super fun. I also choose the slow way with the FEB, and I think it's the best way how to win. Just to wait for your discard spell and then.
That's true. We have an Epic 2025 contender right here. I mean.
But sadly, no full English breakfast on my lineup because full English breakfast just take all the good cards. And
all the good cards from so many decks, right?
Yes.
And rips off your mana base, like real hard. Still, good run. You went 2-2, right?
Yeah.
Very decent considering the lineup of players. If you didn't check up Epic, it's still available on Twitch.
And this is great play.
Oh yeah, Duress. Duress as a follow-up, so
and
this
maybe,
might be the turn.
Yeah, maybe we can see also if he has Unearth, we can see fast win here.
I believe Kryštof is down to 1 card, perhaps 2 cards maximum.
It's Arcane Denial.
Okay. So is Patrick trying to lure Kryštof into
interesting spot
into going off? Because all Kryštof needs to do is just mill himself and attack with a Psychotalk, right? To just fill in his graveyard and just kill him.
Yeah, without
shapeshifter, right?
Yeah, that's true. And nice, and this is devastating. Yeah.
So
and now I think we have the game. We have the game.
So
here.
We have no idea what's
happening. It's Gush. So
Gush makes it a little bit more complicated, but still.
Gush into foil.
Into foil, but into what?
If you want
to
chain.
Exactly what you need is Chain of Vapor.
And after chain, he can still win because he can then play the Psychotalk and suck it to unearth the shapeshifter and suck Psychotalk to your own therapy to discard it, or suck it to your therapy after playing it and win just next turn.
Yeah,
I think
so. Obviously, I guess he's going to just flashback therapy to just check or to force Patrick to play that Gush into that Chain of Vapor, right?
Definitely, he can right on the spot. He can because he has all Psychotalk on the battlefield.
Yeah. And that's very important. Yeah. Good line.
Very good line by Kryštof.
Took us 1 turn to realize that, but that's definitely the way to do this. Okay, so Kryštof is stacking up his graveyard, as you mentioned, because you can arrange the cards in any order you like, because you put them in the graveyard all at once. Of course, Patrick was checking the specifics of Kryštof's list.
Yeah.
So let's see. And there we are. So the graveyard is stacked. We are going to see an attack right away. So no Cabal Therapy flashback. Yeah. So Kryštof might be running into the Chain of Vapor here. So let's see.
But the funny part is, if you remove, he has to remove a lot of cards.
Yeah.
And I don't know if there will be enough cards.
Exactly, to kill him afterwards.
So maybe there is trap.
This feels like a one shot.
Yeah, I think maybe Cabal Therapy was crucial.
I believe Cabal Therapy should have been played there.
Yeah. You are 100% right. And this is also FEB is complicated deck, as you can see. This is a completely different combo than I described before.
Isn't there an argument against the therapy because of the Hermit Druid placing itself on the top of your graveyard?
No, because
you could just do cross and reclamation for that Hermit and the right? Or you can remove it with the psychic attack. Yeah, I'm silly. Totally. Yeah, true. See how experienced I am with the deck.
And now we will see the Gush and the Chain of Vapor, and it will be fun game.
Let's see. There's definitely Gush happening.
Yeah.
There we go. 2 islands, Gush, drawing 2 cards. Is that Chain of Vapor turn? Oh, the suspense is tense. Oh, no, we have a game. Okay, it worked for Kryštof. So, let's go on to the sideboard game. So, let's take it perhaps from Kryštof's perspective.
Yeah. So we will see the Xantid. What
would be your sideboard plan? There's one Xantid Swarm, just one. Okay, you can potentially search it up.
I think the sideboard plan is quite easy. You bring in Duresis and Xantid Swarm, Ray of Revelation.
Yep, makes sense.
And that's it, I think.
Yes. Would you consider
no Gorilla Shaman?
Gorilla Shaman for Black-White? That seems far-fetched, right? Yeah, that's pretty much it. So what would be the cards to remove? Because that's the most difficult part about combo decks, right? Not what to bring in, but what to take out.
There are 2 Elvis Spriga. You will definitely, because it's a longer matchup. So you
can't really capitalize on the advantage from these. So, yes, I see your point.
Because the combo takes so many cards, so only way how you sideboard is to remove fast mana or various of discard against aggro decks, for example. So,
just from the hypothetical point of view, do you ever board out one combo during your match against any deck?
Yeah, you do. You do. You basically remove the Hermit combo against Burn.
I see. Yeah, because there's no way
you bring in shields and tutors.
Yeah.
And discard spells.
So the plan is to chill him down and then kill him. Kill them with survival and revolver. Okay, so let's see it from the Stasis perspective. So what do we have here? So Blue Blast, Mana Short, Brain Freeze.
I can see one spicy card, and it's Cursed Totem. It's Cursed Totem.
Cursed Totem is brutal.
Cursed Totem is so. If we can see the Cursed Totem, then Kryštof should also bring in Uktabi Orangutan.
True. Just to have an out against this card. Otherwise. Cursed Totem would just rip you apart.
But not much to see.
Would you consider having Powder Keg or Annul perhaps?
Or Brain Freeze is also.
Oh, Brain Freeze, right?
Because you respond to.
If they go for Frozen Reclamation, then you can Brain Freeze them, right? Very good point. Still, if we go back to Annul, is Annul worth it in this matchup?
It's hard to say. It's. I think you have so many free counterspell that maybe it's not worth it to bring in. Maybe some or 1 or 2 to trim some.
Yeah, maybe counterspell is just too expensive.
Yeah, but it's. I don't know. Actually, I don't know what.
Maybe cutting 1 thwart, which is the slowest out of the free counterspells, right?
Yeah, maybe also cut the propaganda.
But you mentioned that might come in handy, right?
It's come in handy against the Hermit, but against the survival combo it's not that good. And I think if you bring in, for example, the Cursed Totem, or it's better than Propaganda. It's 1 turn faster.
I guess if your plan is to stay open with your mana for counter magic, then Propaganda should go. That makes sense to me. Yeah. So Cursed Totem. Brain Freeze perhaps, just
Mana Short
got you, and perhaps some amount of annuls for Mana Short, perhaps 1 thwart and 2 propaganda. Yeah, sounds good. Okay, and we're here for the game 2. So players are making their decisions on their openers. You can see Pelincron probably in Kryštof's hand. and some black
Seems
cards.
like a lot of lands.
But he's taking a mulligan here. No surprise, right? Because you do mulligan a lot with
you do
FEB,
mulligan
right?
a lot.
And
basically, it's easy because you need Hermit or Survival. And anything else is mulligan because you do nothing with your whole.
So you get 8 cards that you aim for, and you can't keep a hand without these. Yeah.
There are some strange situations, maybe
Sensible,
to keep this card spell with Psychotalk or pressure, but.
And Patrick is once again keeping, since he's not shuffling, and he's likely on the play, of course.
Yeah.
So let's see. It appears that Kryštof has only one hand. I hope that's not the case. No, he's got 2 of them. Good.
There's dress.
Yeah, there's City of Brass, two Lenovo wastes, I guess. Yeah, let's see. I mean, he's still making his decisions, but it appears that he's keeping. Yep, he's keeping. So we got the same setup. 1 mulligan for Kryštof and Black-White turn 1. So Kryštof is gonna take some early damage here. But that's not like the cruncher of this matchup.
Not the problem. Like I would happy to see them.
I mean, it's just use of mana, right? Yeah. I mean, what do you do with in Stasis? I mean, in turn 1, there's not much you can do. So you should have. Oh, he was down to 6 card slide, so it's just 2 damage. Yeah, mulligan helping already.
So,
the rest, of course. So let's see what Patrick is cooking
Chain
with.
of
Chain of Vapor, Counterspell, and Thwart. Well, Thwart is kind of medium at this point. Chain is the cheapest interaction, right? You can find your way probably around Counterspell. I mean, depending, of course, on the structure of Kryštof's hand.
It depends. If he has Survival, I would take Counterspell.
Yeah, that makes it. Although you would get it bounced probably right away, right? Because you just have no way to capitalize on that, and we can see Counterspell being
we will see the
taken. So yeah, it is likely Survival. So Patrick draws for the turn, and this passes. So makes sense. There wasn't much to do. I mean, he already holds the Forsaken City, right? So once he draws Stasis, we will probably see it landing down. So, is this going to be the survival turn for Kryštof? Let's see, City of Brass. So, once again, how often does this painful mana base kill you in the deck? I mean, you're fast, obviously, but
a lot. You have a lot of games when you put City of Brass on stack and win through before the damage.
Oh, that's sweet! Yeah, you can do that, right? It's a trigger. It's a trigger.
It's a very common.
Nice. So we actually are seeing Hermit Droid again.
I'm surprised.
Well, but it is what it is. At least he has a combo piece, and it's resolved.
He kept the hand with Hermit Droid.
It's resolved, and it has not been bounced. So Patrick has a plan here.
Yeah. Now he needs to discard spells and.
Let's see what this is going to be about. So beautiful foil gemstone mine from Time Spiral.
And now it's very hard for Kryštof to think about all the cards Patrick could have.
Right.
It's very hard right now. This situation is so crucial for them.
There have been several draws already in between the duress. And there's always the threat of it. So he was trying to bait him with the Hermit Droid. Makes sense. Yeah. And now he's sort of like mitigating that Chain of Vapor, right? Because he can activate the survival right away. Well played.
Kryštof had a great hand with the discard spell, Hermit Droid, and all of survival.
Well, one of these might have been drawn on the way, but yes, you're right. Oh, so Forsaken City it is. So Patrick either has a Stasis already, or he's probably out of lands.
And now maybe we will see the Zontids form, and it will be.
But Patrick is on Thwart, right? So now he has an interaction. He can even choose whether to cast it for free or by bouncing 3 islands. Oh, so we're going for the value train here.
Yeah, you need to do some survival, as I mentioned before, because you need to get the Devourer and Scallion into your hand, and the squeeze helping.
Of course, makes sense, right? So, is there some action still end of turn? Probably, perhaps bouncing the survival. Yep, that's what we are going to see. Because there's no way ever you would sacrifice a land to get it likewise, right? No, obviously. Hey, just checking, it seems like nonsense, but you might have some special view on this. We are missing our dice on the gemstone mine right now. Oh, it is there. It's on 2. It's just not really visible, so it's still on 2. Just hidden between the gems. Oh, we should get some better dice for a future match, right?
Now the Cabal Therapy would be
that
great.
would be devastating. Because we know Patrick is holding on to his thwart. That's gonna be rather costly though, but you gotta do what you gotta do. The survival has to go. So obviously no therapy for Kryštof here. And we are going to see 2 mana floating.
2 mana floating thwart.
For thwart, makes sense. Are we gonna see an impulse as a follow-up? That's probably the best card he could have at this point with 2 mana floating, right? But first, it's Kryštof's time to take action, and he is going to spin that Hermit Droid. Are we going to see Unearth? Are we going to see Unearth for the win? It seems the way he's stacking his pile. It seems might be the case.
He put cross on
he's
top,
he's putting cross and grip. Maybe he's just picking all the good cards that he wants to put somewhere near.
I also do this way.
Makes sense, right?
Or the relevant card you put on the top, and
so.
And now we will see the Unearth,
1 damage, 1 mana. That's gotta be the Unearth.
We can see if shields are down.
Let's see if there's no way he would have Foil and Island in hand.
And
so
he targets Shapeshifter.
So talk us through the combo specifically, please.
So right now he target the Shapeshifter with the Unearth, and this is very strange because actually Shapeshifter came into play as Karmic Guide, but after ETB he becomes the Unearth, so he's 0/1 then.
And I think we should comment on this because the thing is that the Unearth, once it leaves the stack, it hits the graveyard, so the Shapeshifter should become just a 0/1. However, putting the Unearth onto the graveyard is the very last part of casting the spell. So the Shapeshifter had already been put on the battlefield, and as a result of that, it already has triggered as a Karmic Guide. And this way it can bring back the Karmic Guide itself. And so there's another trigger from the original Karmic Guide, with the Shapeshifter being now just a 0/1, but doesn't matter because there's talk coming to filter graveyard just as you want it, right?
And Karma bringing in the Psych Attack
right there.
And now we will see the Cabal Therapy.
Just to see the coast is really clear.
He can use 2 Cabal Therapies, 1 or even 3 with Hermit Druid. So he will suck the Hermit Druid for the Cabal Therapy.
Gone for 1 Cabal Therapy.
He will say Chain of Vapor or something like that.
There's no other card you would pick, right? Because you could still go for that.
Great by Kryštof.
And there is Chain of Vapor, but is that going to help? Because he could pump. He couldn't sacrifice the top.
No,
right?
it will help because right now it will be very very fun play. Because then Kryštof has to suck Karmic Guide, targeting himself, and discarding Psych Attack on top.
Sweet! You can do that, right?
And then you will win with this.
That's so lovely. Yeah, very much true.
But let's see if Kryštof see this play.
Yeah, let's see if he's really the master of the deck. I mean, he should be, right?
Yeah, he should.
He must have gone through some reps.
If you
with
take this deck, you should know those
you better, and he probably just explained that to him, and the game is over.
Yeah,
we got our winner. So Kryštof advancing to 4-0 right now, which is perfect, and it's nice to see such complex combo on the top tables of the tournament.
Very hard matchup for Kryštof, and I think when you play FEB also it's very good because your opponents didn't know the deck so well. So maybe we can take Kryštof for the interview.
Yeah, sounds great to me. Yeah.
I'm going for him.
Yeah. So guys, we have actually seen Patrick bringing in Gaia's Blessing. Interesting. Let's see if Kryštof has something to say about that. Just give us a moment. We are gonna bring him in momentarily. And I hope you guys enjoyed this matchup, although it seemed like really not interactive at first. It was actually a really good match, in my opinion. I mean, it would be nice to hear from Kryštof himself what he has to say about the matchup. All right, we are back with Kryštof Zlámal, whom we have just seen beating Stasis with his FEB deck.
Hello.
So, Kryštof, congratulations, first of all, 4-0, perfect record so far.
Great place.
Yet, I have to ask right away, what happened with that Chain of Vapor in the very last turn? Because you played Cabal Therapy, then your opponent responded with Chain of Vapor, and it seemed like that you just skipped something in there. The game was just finished.
It was like I played the Therapy, and the opponent was like thinking, then said something like okay, I heard. Then I said Chain of Vapor, and he was casting Chain of Vapor.
So he let you name the card. Okay, I see.
Miscommunication.
Yeah, it was a bit miscommunication. I think he said okay, but then was thinking more to play it before, but he didn't, and then he agreed.
But you would still win, all right?
Yeah, I would win anyway.
You would still have the line, as Jirka pointed out, quite clear that you would just play the second Therapy on yourself, right?
Yep.
Well done. So, what do you make of the matchup? Just playing against Stasis with your deck? What do you think?
It was my first match against Stasis, I think. I thought it's like a tight steel deck.
It's very hard matchup, I think.
But it seemed pretty easy to me. Many discards and just
worked
go.
quite well, right?
Yeah.
So talk us through the games, please, from your perspective.
The first one was wild because I had like Hermit Druid only, or some discard I think was there, and then I drew Psychatok. Yeah? So I was like, I can't combo off versus mono blue. I was like, I will try to put Psychatok in the game. I will try to attack with him and mill my deck to make him big. If that fails, I just try to shuffle my unnerves and try to combo off as normally.
Yeah, we were discussing that you should also try to Cabal Therapy before the attacking with Psychotalk. You had the Hermit Druid on battlefield, and you should Cabal Therapy to say Gash or in response to Chain of Vapor, because maybe if you remove some cards from your graveyard, then if he chained your Psychotalk, then you have problem with the second,
I think I did
second swing. So
small
I think
mistake
it was,
here. I was thinking I want Karmic Guide on top, but then I could just remove it with Psychotalk, and I
but
didn't think that
Therapy
through.
was maybe
It's such
safer.
a complex deck.
Yeah,
I mean.
it's very
So what made you pick this deck for the tournament?
I played for a while now. I got deck list from this guy here. And I just love it. It's 5 colors.
Yeah, it does everything, right?
You
can play long game, you can play short game. I mean, you're really good with.
You can beat him with creatures sometimes.
Yep. Sweet. Okay, well, congratulations for the perfect record so far. Good luck in the rest of the tournament.
Thank you.
This is us from the Czech Premodern. Don't go anywhere. We are going to be back with round 5 momentarily. Take care, guys.